Greetings. I'm Dr. Pearl John and welcome to the Other 167. Today we focus on the theme, the illusion of arrival. Every generation believes it is one milestone away, one promotion, one acquisition, one breakthrough year, one answered prayer. If I can just get there, then I'll rest. But arrival is a myth we keep chasing, and disappointment is the receipt we keep collecting. Recent leadership research shows a paradox. The higher people climb, the less satisfied they report feeling. Not because they failed, but because success promised closure and delivered restlessness. Scripture names this deception clearly. There is no lasting rest found in reaching places. Rest is found in aligning with a person. Let me pull out for you three sub-themes that helps present this subject. The first one, arrival promises rest but delivers restlessness. In Ecclesiastes 2:10 and 11, yet when I surveyed all that my hands had done, everything was meaningless. A chasing after the wind. Solomon had what modern culture still worships. If arrival could satisfy, Solomon would be the proof. Yet his conclusion is devastatingly honest. I reached the top and found it hollow. In contemporary terms, this is the executive who wonders, is this it? Achievement is a terrible substitute for meaning. It keeps you busy, but never whole. Arrival exhausts because it is never designed to fulfill, only to reveal what you are already anchored to. Secondly, God disrupts false finish lines. Luke 12:15 says, watch out, be on your guard against all kinds of greed. Life does not consist in an abundance of possessions. The rich fool in Jesus' parable believed he had arrived. Full bonds, secure future, early retirement mindset. God calls him what culture would, a fool. Not because he planned, but very important to note, because he planned without God. The modern parallel is we build buffers and backups and contingencies and yet remain spiritually uninsured. Here is the uncomfortable truth. God often interrupts us after success, not before it. Because failure humbles us quickly, but success quietly replaces trust. God is less threatened by your weakness than by your illusion of self-sufficiency. When God disrupts your sense of arrival, it is not punishment, it is protection. We'll move on to the third sub-theme. Discipleship is a journey, not a destination. In Philippians chapter 3 verses 12 to 14, not that I have already obtained all this, but I press on. Paul, nearing the end of his life, makes this stunning confession. I have not arrived. If anyone could claim spiritual completion, it was Paul. Yet he refuses the language of arrival. He chooses the language of pursuit. This matters deeply for leaders and professionals and believers alike. The moment you believe you have arrived, that is the end. The Christian life is not about reaching a peak, it is about staying responsive to God's movement. God does not call us to finish lines, He calls us to follow. Here is the recalibration January demands. You were never meant to arrive. You were meant to abide. Arrival says, I'm done, whereas abiding says, I'm dependent. Arrival builds monuments. Abiding builds maturity. Arrival asks, what's next for me? Abiding asks, what is God forming in me? So if you feel restless, even after progress, do not assume something is wrong. It may be the Spirit reminding you you were not created for destinations, but for direction. And that direction has a name. Arrival is a lie the world sells. Abiding is the truth that God offers. This is Pearl John signing off, The Other 167. Thank you for watching The Other 167. We will continue on next week. Until then, have a wonderful weekend and a fabulous week ahead. God bless.